What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're going to be reviewing or comparing, the all-new reality check to the Phaze 2. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you like this jersey, guys, as always, go to coolwig.com, use my promo code Napoles10. That'll get you 10% off your entire order. And then down below in the description, there should be a link where you can purchase a reality check or a Phaze 2. That is the absolute best way to help support the channel. All right, so the reality check and the Phaze 2 on paper don't have a whole lot in common, but on the lanes, when I first reviewed the reality check, I felt like they had a ton of similarities on the lane. So let's go over some of the tech. So the reality check features the disturbance asymmetric core, which in 15 pounds has an RG of 2.49, a max differential of 0.052, and a PSA of 0.018. And then wrapped around that disturbance core is the S84 beta responsive hybrid cover that comes out of box at a 4K fast finish. Then when we take it over to the Phaze 2, it features the velocity core, which in 15 pounds has an RG of 2.48 and a max differential of 0.051. So just 1 point lower on each when compared to the reality check, and then doesn't have a PSA. This is a symmetrical core. And then wrapped around that velocity core is the TX16 cover stock that comes out of box at a 3000 finish. And then the layout on the Phaze 2 is 30 by 4 by 30, and on the reality check is 30 by 4.5 by 30. I lay out my asymmetric balls different from my symmetrical balls, so because of that, the layouts are a little bit differently. So let me know down below in the comments if you have a reality check or if you have a Phaze 2 and what you're expecting the differences are going to be. All right, first shot of the video, we're gonna start in the Phaze 2. This is the older one of the two. I haven't thrown there in a while. I'm gonna move one board left off that shot because it went a little high. See if I can get it to be a little bit more flush here. Oh, that's a foul for sure, but it went more flush. All right, same spot here. Maybe take a little bit smaller steps so I don't foul again. All right, reality check from the same spot I was just at with the Phaze 2, at least to start, and we'll see what kind of changes I have to make here. That looked pretty good. All right, I'm gonna go back to that same spot, but make an effort to roll it more onto the lanes instead of dumping it straight down like I did that last shot. Kind of like that. Oh! All right, same spot. I'm not gonna leak it as much to the right here, but that was pretty unbelievable carry. Let's execute better here. I just can't be any worse than that. I've been pretty lucky so far. So let's execute good shots and see what the real differences are between these two balls. Hook a lot. So far, I'm seeing that the Phaze 2 is a little bit earlier, a little bit smoother than the reality check. Good shot. Best shot I've thrown so far. Best shot I've thrown so far. Well, I just looked up. I have the front 7 this game, but it really shouldn't be. I've thrown a couple really bad shots. That last one, though, was a really good shot. Another really good shot. Let's go. So I'm noticing that, now I'm going into the reality check. I'm noticing that I can be around the same part of the lane, but the motions are different. Oh, streak over. Yeah, leaked that too far right. All right, gonna hit my mark this time, and I'm gonna post it at the foul line. The results will speak for themselves. I mean, why can't I do that every time? All right, maybe I should just say that every single shot. All right, I'm going to hit my mark and I'm gonna post it at the foul line. Oh, maybe I should say that before every shot. All right, so I think internally, before every single shot, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna hit my mark, I'm gonna post it at the foul line because I said it 2 times and both times were both pretty good shots, so I just have to continue that. All right, so let's talk about what we saw. I think that the Phaze 2 and the reality check allowed me to strike here on the fresh from pretty much the same part of the lane, but the differences that I'm seeing motion-wise are going to be pretty big. The Phaze 2 felt significantly earlier and smoother, whereas the reality check felt like it was a little bit cleaner, a little bit more boomy down lane, definitely gave me less room for error on the fresh. So if I was bowling for score right now, I would be in the Phaze 2 over the reality check. But going forward, as these lanes transition, we're going to see what I'm expecting is that the Phaze 2 is still gonna look pretty good as I get in, but the reality check is definitely gonna start coming to its own. Like anytime I compare anything to a Phaze 2, I always say how hard it is to compare anything to a Phaze 2 because it's one of the all-time great bowling balls, period. So let's get back on the lanes, continue to chase both of these balls left and see how they handle a little bit of transition. All right, we're back in the Phaze 2 and this is gonna be the first real move we make, first real big move. Gonna move 5 left here with the Phaze 2. Oh yeah. All right, a couple more well-executed shots like that. I'll definitely be happy. Let's make sure we post this at the foul line. Hook a lot. No. I missed right too much. All right, so I'm gonna get this one more up the lane instead of leaking it to the right like I did the last one. And I think it should be a little bit better here. All right, now in the reality check, same spot, and then again, gonna get it more up the lane instead of sending it right because the lanes aren't developed enough. Yeah, see, that's too far to the right. Yeah, this is why I think the reality check is a better option in transition, whereas the Phaze 2 just looks so much better on the fresh. Yeah, I'm gonna move back right here with the reality check. Maybe it's the cover, maybe it's the surface, combination of the both, but this ball's just not ready for me to move in yet. And there it looks fantastic. I think this is another really good video about using the right ball at the right time, the right tool for the right job. Back in the Phaze 2, gonna move left again. Yeah, so once this Phaze 2 goes away, I think going right into the reality check would be like the absolute greatest transition. All right, last shot on the Phaze 2, and then we'll get back into the reality check. I just hope that before the video is over, we can see the reality check when it's really good. All right, back in the reality check, and this first shot here is gonna be where I just left off with the reality check. And then I'll try to move in and see here. All right, let's move in. All right, I'm gonna move into where I was with the Phaze 2 because that last shot really hooked a lot here. Oh! All right, I'm moving a little bit in, like 2 boards off that wrap 10. I'll show you guys a nice flush one here. There we go. All right, so I think now the lanes are definitely transitioned enough where the reality check is starting to look really, really good. On the fresh, it didn't look terrible. It just forced me a little bit further right than the Phaze 2. And I think that has to do, again, weaker cover, less surface on the ball than the Phaze 2, a weaker layout as well than the Phaze 2. All of those factors will contribute to that. But like I said, now that the lanes are nice and transitioned, the reality check is starting to look really, really good. And I'll be interested to read the comment. And you guys know I respond to every single comment, good or bad. I'm interested to know what you guys are seeing as far as differences between these two bowling balls. All right, back in the Phaze 2 here. Good shot. Good shot. All right, more good shots like that for sure. Oh, give me that. I mean, look, there's a reason this ball was the GOAT by everyone who voted on Storm's Facebook page. All right, same spot now with the reality check from where I was just at with the Phaze 2. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna move left off that brutal 10 pin there. The reality check is just so much quicker than the Phaze 2. Good shot. Good shot. Right tool for the right job. When I first started in the reality check, I was right of the Phaze 2. Now I'm left of the Phaze 2. And it looks fantastic. All right, back in the Phaze 2, and for the sake of the comparison, I'm gonna go right to where I was with the reality check. Oh. And the Phaze 2 still looks good from there. All right, let's post that shot, and I think we'll be perfect there. Yeah, comparing anything to the Phaze 2, like I keep saying, is just so hard. Oh, missed in a little bit. All right, let's move a little bit further left and get the ball a little bit further right here, just to see. All right, last shot of the video here in the reality check. We're gonna end it here on a good note. Good shot. Oh, I juiced it a little bit. All right, so that last shot was a little fast off my hand, kind of juiced it. It's okay. I think the biggest differences, like I said, were the Phaze 2 felt a little bit earlier, a little bit smoother, and more versatile overall when compared to the reality check. So you wouldn't be getting the reality check to replace your Phaze 2. You would be getting your reality check to maybe as a good step down from the Phaze 2. And even though it is a stronger ball, I consider it a step down because it's gonna be the ball that I'm gonna go to after the Phaze 2. And this Phaze 2 at box at 3,000 is not, it's very atypical of how I normally keep my Phaze 2. When I'm bowling league or tournaments or anything, I usually start at 2,000 with the Phaze 2. I usually like a little bit more surface on it because with the 3,000, it is a little cleaner than I would like for it to be, and it still rolled pretty fantastic this video. But I'd like to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this comparison. Was it exactly what you thought it was gonna be? Was it different? Did it open your eyes? Let me know. And like Chris Bean says, let's keep the conversation going in the comment section. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Click right here to watch another one of my videos. Click right here to subscribe. Till next time.